welcome back to Eastburn Models. Today we're going to be talking about the filtration system that I use to spray my models with in the spray booth. Now, I haven't gone to great expense to get what I had. I already had a few things, and it's just to give you an idea of what you could use, that's all. Now, the filtrations that I'm using are just basically filters from fish ponds. They go into the filtration systems at the top, and what I like about them is they're very robust, these things, and you can just take them outside, give them a whack, and it clears them all back out. So they don't cost a lot of money. I think I got these for about £4, I think it was, from my local aquatic shop. Fish shop, basically, not your chippy. And all I do with them, if I really want to give them a good clean, is I just leave them soaking in bleach overnight. Then I take them out and I power wash them, because they're not foam, it's like a mesh, but it still captures everything. So they're just absolutely perfect. Like if you look at the condition of this one here, this proves that it's catching everything it sees, even though they're pretty, you can just see straight through them, because the coloration there, but on the back, it's pretty clean. So it proves it's not coming all the way through. And the back of the boardings, I've had to alter all this lot. The back of the boardings clear as well, to say I've done a lot of painting over the past weeks and months. So these get cleaned out practically every 3 months. I just power wash them out. But like I said, they're not expensive. They just tuck in to the framework that I put up, and same with that one. It just tucks back in to the spray booth like so. And then when we turn it on, it pulls them back a tiny little bit because of the suction in the fan, and that's all it does. Is you can feel the air coming through the booth because of the fan system that I use. And I've put it all onto its own switch, so you've got a spur here for the fan itself, so I can turn that on. Then we've got the flasher, couldn't get my words out then, the flasher that I use, which I've done a separate video onto it. That turns on and that flashes, so when I've sprayed I can do me, you can see how powerful it is. It's blowing all the dust what's come off the fans, what I flash me things out of. So the fan itself, it's just a 6-inch fan. I did have 2 6-inch fans in here, but then I opted to, because I had a spare orchid fan, black orchid fan. So because I had that, I thought, well, I might as well use it because it's more powerful. So I just put this 6-inch ducting in, which then goes down behind the spray booth into the fan. Now the fan that I'm actually using is this one. I will put a clearer picture up of it, because I don't know if you better see that one. I'm just not sure. But it's just a black orchid fan, and it's 150mm 6-inch. So it's built for shower rooms, extractor fans, grow rooms for your gardening, and any other plants you like to grow. But it's actually, it moves a lot of air, so it's got an extraction rate of 520 square meters. So it's a lot of power that it's got. So it is you can feel it sucking in there. The wind that's coming through that, dragging it in, it really makes a difference, opposed to the other little 6-inches that I had. So a lot of people do use the bathroom extractor fans that you see in a general bathroom when you turn your cord light on and you've got a little fanning roof. They're just not powerful enough realistically for me, Plus I like the adaptation of that one because it collects it from the front on here, but I also have two separate filter systems on the end of the inline fan. So one end of it's on ducting and it comes up through there, and then it travels through there because it sucks it back that way, and then it comes out of there and it goes into, I've got two, I will put the pictures up on the screen. I've got, if I'm just spraying normal acrylic paints, I just let it circulate through the house again, the room again, because these catch all the paint anyway, and as I've just said, you know, it doesn't go through, because otherwise that'd be black and that'd be all different colours. It's a bit dirty at the moment, but a lot of it is when I put it together. So then if I'm using a lacquer based paint and I need it expelling really because of the fumes, I have another set of filters that I just swap the inline fan off, and then I put it straight on top of the other fan, which is a carbon filter, so it collects any toxins in the air and it just pumps it out fresh again, as if you're using water-based acrylics. So that's the fanning system that I use. There is loads of different ways of building a spray booth, absolutely loads of ways, and loads of different ways to suit your job, what you need for an extraction. But where my spray booth is, it's not that easy just to core and all, a 6-inch core roll, 150mm, straight out of the house and straight onto the back of the courtyard. I just can't do that, so I opted for the carbon filters, and I went for the better fan in a way. Now this fan, it's a Black Orchid 6-inch fan with all that pushage of 520. It were only $49.99 off Amazon. So it were a little bit more when I bought that fan, because I've had that fan for about a year and a half now. So, but it wasn't getting used. It was just used in my workshop next door, just to clear the air when I were cutting timber and that. But I've found a better use for it now, and I'll just put the other two 6-inch fans in there. But yeah, you can use anything you want. And the spray booth itself, it's made up of the plastic bathroom paneling you can buy. It comes in 10-foot sheets. It's 10-inch wide, and it comes in 10-foot sheets, and you get 5 of them in a pack for £30. That built that. So because I already had these, at the time I bought these, all that 12 months ago, that had just been stored, they were about £25 a pack. They've only gone up another £5, but they are worth every single penny, because the plastic, everything is plastic, white plastic. I could just bleach it down and wash it down. As you can see you all think you better see this on the camera, but the paint mark here, all I'll do is I'll just get a Brillo pad and just pull it off, leave it soaking with water for about 10-15 minutes, and then just brush it off, and it'll come off like this powder here, and it'll end up like brand new. It's just a cost-effective way of using something, and it's washable, and it's not going to cost you every single time that you mark your spray booth up. This can be just rewashed and rewashed and rewashed, hence the reason why I've gone for a 12-volt thing here, because it's got water around it in the air and everything like that. So that's what that one's for. You've got this one here, as I've said, is just to turn the fan on and off. When I do it, I'm just trying not to put my arms in the way. So, you know, I don't know if you'll be able to hear the difference on that, but you can hear the air gushing in, and every time you put your hand over it, it alters the air. It alters the air around. And then I've just got my dehumidifier monitor clock, so it tells me time, and it tells me the humidity in this spray booth, which is 56%. So, and then it gives you the temperature, which is about 23 degrees in this room at the moment. So that's all I use for my spray booth. It's mainly about the fanning system, the extractor fan. I don't have any problems with the smells, the the paint flying around, the marks in the fans. I don't have anything like that because I'm using different filters. I just swap the fan from one to another. If I'm using a highly flammable fluid or it's a smelly one, I don't want the model room actually smelling like that. So I just switch it into the carbon filter, and then it just clears it all up. So apart from that, that's it for this, guys. If you need more explaining on how I built it, if you want me to show you how I built this spray booth, because just another quick thing, this light that's up here, it's just a ring light. I got it for about £9.99 from I think it was Range, and what I did was I just stuck it straight up. You normally put a mobile phone in the middle. It's for bloggers and TikTokers and stuff like that. So they put a mobile phone into the middle of it and it just gives them a bit of light. But I just found that if I stuck it up to the top here, I've got a light and I can up it. I can change the colours. If I just push, I can dim it. Just move it back up. It comes with like 3 settings. Blue. And then you've got that colour. So they just... I'm not bothered if it goes in 12 months. It was £9.99 because I didn't want to break any holes into the spray booth where I'd have to keep patching it up or something like that. So it's just a cheap way of having a spray booth while it does a better job than just putting it in a cardboard box. But the fan system in it, I wanted something that were a lot better than just your standard bathroom fans. So I went for the orchid one. And like I said, I didn't particularly go for the orchid one. I just have them and I like them. So that's why, yep. You can feel the air gushing in from the front. So yeah, so that's about it. I just wanted to show you exactly. I will put a link to this fan in the description and the carbon filters that I use. I'll put them in the description of the fanning system that I use. I can always put in a description of where I got this plastic from, but it was just from a local plastic shop, that's all, called Decor Panel over in West Yorkshire. But you'll be able to pick this stuff up from your local place, your local DIY stores, B&Q and all that lot. But one packet did the whole spray booth. So, and it's a nice size as well. You know, I've got a lot of depth, a lot of height. So there's nothing really I can't get in here. So, but yeah. So apart from that, guys, that's it. Please subscribe, share and like, and thank you for watching and take care.